Hello, it's Friday the 4th of July, 2025. Welcome along to the channel The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story, it's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in multiple series within competed in multiple series of mostly motorsports within Real Racing 3 update 13.5, and this is part 2 of that mini series. Let's get the game on screen. I did say I would start this evening with some online multiplayer tournament, so that's where I'm going to start. A couple of people in the chat. White Pro says hi White Pro, welcome along. And Ayaka Yokotar says hello Ayaka, welcome along also. Right, let's see if we can have a better evening in terms of capability than what we did have yesterday. The stream might be a bit of a long one because there is quite a lot of racing to be done. So definitely will be at least 2 hours and could be as long as 3 hours. But let's get started. Right, we're going to start with one lap around Monza in the multiplayer. I'll be honest, I may just stop as soon as I get to 6 gold, if I get to 6 gold. I really was hoping it would go straight in to finding similar players, because I'm quite low at this moment in time in terms of scoring. But no, not going to be the case. So we might have a bit of delay. Oh, there we go. That did look like a full set of 8 players. Bit of a mixture of cars. We are waiting for a few people apparently to turn up. That is quite frustrating. There we go. Let's race. Oh no, it's a disaster. Acceleration fails from the start. So he's in last place. Oh no. It's going to be one of those evenings. Oh, it's gone again. Oh, and again. Oh no. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Should have been an easy first is going to be a hard fifth. Oh, and I'm off track. Oh, come on. And I can't pause, can I? What a terrible start. What an absolute disaster. Oh, great, I've got acceleration back now. Wonderful. It is going to be one of those evenings. Oh, that is a shocking start. Let me clean down my game, because that's not good. That should not... Oh, no, I've turned on. Oh, get off. What is going on? It's a disaster. Oh, good news. You can't see what I can see on screen. Jesus. Zoom out. There we go. Right, look at that. -6. So, White Pro says, update with my gold. I got my first 100 gold. Well done. And Deep Group says, hey, how are you doing? Not very well. Just had an absolute disaster. My acceleration failed. Now, actually, I've gone straight into racing. Let me just take a pause. Actually, I won't take a pause because I need to get. I need to do another race. Look at that. That is shocking. All right, let's see if we can do better, and let's see if we can win. And then afterwards, I'll talk about what's going on in the game because there's lots of weird stuff going on in the game. You'd go, oh, it's the new developers, but my understanding is the developers aren't exactly new. They've been working in the background for quite a long time. Okay, I am at least in first. Acceleration, please don't fail me. Let's see how we get on. Well, I'm about to be overtaken. Maybe he's changed his mind. Back in the lead. So long as I pull away now, and I have, we should get first. What a weird start to a day, an evening of racing. So Eunice says hello, welcome along, good to see you. Yeen0302 says, have you seen the F1 movie? And hi. I haven't seen the F1 movie, but it is on my to-watch list, and I'd like to see it on IMAX. Okay, there we go. That's a first. What a weird start to the evening. Okay, what have we got? Let's have a look. 101 rating points. Now, I do believe that will probably take me up to 6 gold. So we're going to leave that there. That's the end of online racing for today. I don't know what was going on there. Right, so what did I want to actually mention before? Well, first off, it looks like there are no flash sales in terms of cars. So even though it says 24 in the top left-hand corner, it's all about you carrying out in-game purchasing, which I would advise avoid at all costs. So there are no cars available with discounted upgrades on, which is disappointing. It normally happens, don't know why. Now, for some reason, to sort of balance that out, obviously in the top right-hand corner, you've normally got an option where you can click like a gold or a dollar icon, and you can play adverts. And you either get a gold for playing an advert or 2,000 dollars. I had to restart the game this morning. Can't remember exactly why. And it showed up that adverts were earning you double amount. So if you played a video and it normally would give you gold, it would give you 2 gold. If you played a video and it would normally give you R dollars, instead of giving you 2,000 R dollars, it would give you 4,000 R dollars. Not sure how long that's going to ask. Not sure how long that is going to last. But I would say take a look, and if you've got it, take advantage of it, because it almost lasted not the last update, the previous update, but then it was very rarely on the last update. So again, that might be part of the Independence Day celebration. So it might be on for a few days. So we'll keep an eye on that. Eunice says, thank you, me too. Very good. Excellent. Right, now we're going to do. Now this again. This is another weird one. So weekly time trial. If you saw me yesterday, I was just rubbish in terms of improving my current time. I could just not keep the car on track. And basically, I ended racing as soon as it went off track. The Rimac Nevera is a great car. I've got it fully upgraded. If there is a problem, it's getting out of Group C into Group B. But here's an interesting thing that I'm starting to see. Um, for a few days now, I've not improved my time, and my time was about 1.6 seconds away from Group B. Quite a lot of people have been racing, and my time to the next rank has reduced. On a good day, I can normally get to 3,000. So there's been some significant um, racing or new races added to the time trial overall, because I've actually dropped down to 5,000. I don't think I was at 3,000. I think it was about 3,500. So the key there is, can I improve my position back up to around about the 3,000th mark, which is normally the best I can do? And will that be enough to get in to Group B? It's a big ask, but let's see how we get on. Let's see if I can have a better day today than what I did yesterday. I think what I might do is just take it a little bit easy. Just get round. And not worry about setting a blistering time. Just to get into the groove, so to speak. Oh. Carry on going. Let's just get round. Oh. Messy. Oh dear, and again. Oh dear. Better go off track here. Yep. Oh, and again. Okay, well at least I got round. So let's see if we can improve on 1 minute 31 seconds. I don't know. Might be one of those evenings again. Well, I did say I would start with multiplayer and then the weekly time trial, so that's what I'm doing. Ayaka Yokotar says, I like Mount Panorama. Yeah, it is a good track. It's just a little bit hard on some of the cars that are really, really fast, especially at the top of the mountain. And Aaron C. John says, hello. Hello, Aaron. Welcome along. Right, come on. I do think that is the key when you start racing for the first time in the day on weekly time trial. And I didn't do this yesterday, is just get round the track. So you get a feel for the car. Oh, so you get a feel for the car, and you can slowly but surely make an improvement on your time for the day. And hopefully, eventually, that'll start improving your best time of the week. Oof. Good grief. Alright, so that is a little bit better. Only one penalty so far. Oh, what a shame I got penalty. Though I'm going to go up on top. There you go. Okay, a slight improvement. Would have been in the low 120s. In fact, it would have been in the 119s if I hadn't got penalty. So, okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do then. Plenty of opportunity to have a few more races. Definitely does seem to be the better approach. Just get round, whether cleanly or not, but aim to improve each time you go round. Don't assume you can do a fast lap from the first race of the day. I should know this already. I've only been playing the game a few days. That was a joke. Obviously, I've been playing the game a lot more than a few days. It's just sometimes my driving looks like I've only been playing for a few days. Oh, make this work. Make this work. I'm not going to get a second quicker, but just being quicker will be good. Oh, ha ha. Shame. Absolute shame. That would have been half a second quicker. Never mind. Never mind. But there you go. That's me just going round, absorbing the errors and finding that I'm getting quicker and quicker as I step into the zone of racing this car. Yunus says the mount panorama is a little difficult for me. Um, yeah, I wouldn't argue it's not difficult, especially at the top when you sort of weaving in and out of the tight corners or the slight corners. But just keep on going. You will improve. I assure you. It is all about practice. So, the adventures of two dogs, Valentine and George, says, "Good evening, Mr. Tony. Are you drunk? You are swerving a bit." I am not drunk. Me swerving is just to do with my bad driving. Oh dear. But you see that I am getting better. But too late, too late. Oh, maybe not. Come on, let's do this. It's weird, but it is for me, how I always have to get into the zone. Oh, oh dear. Oh, now I'll tell you what, I will restart that one. Let's come on, let's get a lap together. We can go half a second quicker at the very least. So let's make that happen. Oh, I've hit my threshold again. Come on, let's do this. Oh, we will get there, I promise you. I feel like I am in the zone this time. I feel like I can go quicker. It's just getting that, well, it's getting every part of the track right, to be fair. Oh, never mind. So there's a lot of pain going down the whole of that straight. That I'm a second behind my shadow. And now my acceleration's failed. I really hate this game sometimes. Yeah, there's a problem on the iPad. It just is causing the acceleration to fail. I mean, sure, maybe I've got sweaty fingerprints or sweaty fingers, but I don't think it's that. Bloody game. So, Yusuf Abdullah says, please focus. I want you to be the number one. Well, I'm not going to be number one. I am focusing. I'm just struggling. I think I've done as much as I can, to be fair, with getting this car um, with the time. I think that's it. But we'll keep trying because you never know. It's just hard with how fast the car is. Come on. That's a little bit better. Oh, I'm hating this time trial this week. It is painful. Let's try again. Come on. Oh, again, look, it's failed. The fail. Where's the acceleration? I mean, in fairness, that's not the game. That is the iPad. It's funny. You put it on a Mini and it works fine, but you can't see all the detail of the Mini on the Mini. You put it on an iPad Air and it starts failing. It's failed again. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? Real Racing 3, iPad, Apple iPad, you can both sod right off. uh, Come on. It's this time or never. Oh, no! No! This car is just, it's really hard to control. One more chance. This is it then. It's just too fast. I still love this car. Oh, I've messed up already. I've messed up already. Oh, come on. Come on. This has probably been the most frustrating time trial I've done in a very long time. Go. Right, keep it clean. I mean, my shadow is literally all over the place. Oh. Ha! There we go. That's it. That's it over. There we go. So no improvement on the weekly time trial. In fact, I was absolutely hopeless. I just can't improve on where I am. Oh dear. Never mind. Aaron C. Johns says you should try it again at the end of the stream. I tend to find I'm better at the beginning. That tends to be where my focus is the best. Aaron C. John says, make that frustration go. And AK Yusuf Abdullah says, remember the road, remember. Yeah, because, I forgot, didn't I? It's just fine margins. And obviously, that's the difference between hitting the barrier and getting around cleanly. It's a shame because I did go half a second quicker or up to a point, but then I did hit the barrier. So there's definitely time to be had, but you absolutely have to be accurate to milliseconds of getting around that track. But not to worry, I am in C. I always get into C when the car's fully upgraded. So I'm okay with that, and I'm easily in C. I would just like to show some improvement and push into B. Not going to happen this evening. You never know. It might happen on Monday. Right, what are we going to do next? Well, let's have a little bit of fun with earning some gold next. So we've got both the McLaren P1 and the Ford GT Le Mans. Now, I think realistically, the Ford GT Le Mans we could get to 100% and I believe earn 75 gold. The McLaren P1, I don't think I will get to 100% there. But we could take it to a position where it might be able to do it on Monday. And that'll be 40 gold. So we'll start with the Le Mans. We do have a cup. We'll wait for that one. And we'll carry on from tier 17, completing the races in the game. Starting with the Speed Snap at the Porsche test track. Melvin Lee says hello. Hello, Melvin. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Hope you are well on this Friday evening. There we go. That was quite easy. That was a good start. That is first in the Speed Snap. So Aaron C. John says, one of the runs I was doing in the Ford GT LM, I was faster than the number one player for half the track, but then I ruined it. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Okay, tier 18 speed record at the motorcycle course at Daytona. Lord Night Moon says hello. Hello, Lord Night Moon. Welcome along. Now, what do we need to do? Do we need to... Let's play safe. Let's start from behind. Let's get the best opportunity of setting the fastest speed record, or the highest speed record. Okay, start from here. $170 already. Got to get to 215. That's 200. Oh look, I didn't need to do that, but hey, better to be safe than sorry, I say. Total miles per hour top speed hit, 217. this will mean another tier completed. I'm feeling quite confident of taking this series to 100%. There we go. First. Melvin Lee says, my Rimac Nevera is no fully upgrade, just C. Okay. Alok Goose says, Max, the change in camera angle is nauseating if you don't play the game for a while. I take your word on it. That doesn't surprise me. Also, hello, Tony. Well, hello, Alok. Welcome along. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. So there we go. That's another first. So I believe that's tier 18 completed. On to tier 19. Autocross at Melbourne. Not sure what we've got to do. 25 seconds. What do we reckon? I think we're going to do it. There we go. 24 seconds. Well, we might have struggled with the Rimac, but that might have paid dividends because we're using effectively a slower car, and we're achieving. Of course, it might not even be in any way, shape, or form related, and it's all just chance. But there we go. Tier 20, the last two small races. We'll do the head-to-head first. It is unfortunately around one of my least favourite tracks, a Formula E track at Berlin. I'm not a fan of the Formula E tracks at all. So let's just get this done. Maybe will be called on at the end of this race because the bodywork will indeed be damaged. Only just ahead. I am. Just need to stay there. There we go. So Aaron C. John says, this Ford is a very good card, but when you lose control, you slide for a while. Yeah, especially if you do have all your assists turned off. It's almost like the loss of traction control kicks in. So you literally move immediately left to right. He says it's very hard to regain control. Wouldn't disagree. So, Alok Goose says, what's the new ranking I see in the chat? I've got no idea. Apparently, the more you talk, the higher your rank is. So somebody in the chat the other day they were just yapping all the time. But, you know, that's how it goes. It's nothing to do with me. That's all YouTube in terms of what you're seeing on the YouTube side. Okay, speed snap. mess that up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I was too fast going around that corner, so I had to slow down. Okay, some improvement required, only in 6. Let's try that again. $178. So again, an improvement, but not enough. I think I need to get to 180. So let's try again. There we go. There we go. 181.98 miles per hour. First achieved. That is tier 20 completed. We just need to go back and complete the other races now, of which there are 4. 1 cup, 3 time trials. And the time trials are all, you know, long laps. So, Grand Prix circuit, Red Bull Ring, 7 laps. It'd be a bit of a long one. It will mean the car will need servicing after this, but as we've only got time trial left to do, we don't need a serviceable car to complete them. But if I've only got 3rd on this, I do need to make sure I crack on and complete this. Okay, up into 6. Okay, into 5th. Just got to keep the focus. Okay, so 4 cars to overtake and 6 laps left to go. That's fine. Well, accidentally bumped into him. Overtake him. Oh, no, focus. I'll have to read what's in the chat after the race. So I just slid off because I looked to the chat, so you just have to bear with me. Cars in front are pulling away, so I do need to catch them and do need to stop them from pulling away. In fact, it looks like 1 and 2 are flying off and 3rd sort of left behind as well. There we go, that is 3rd caught. So we've got 2 cars to overtake and 5 laps to go. Just into 2nd, it's a bit tight. Okay, there we go. Might even get them here. Oh yes, whoops daisy. Whoopsie. There we go, into first. So 4 more laps to go, so there's still a long way to go. So I do need to carry on pushing, build up that lead. Generally speaking, this car is quite good at braking, so I could have braked a little bit later there. So whereas I would normally brake when the yard card counter comes up there, I'm going to brake just here. Oops. Just about enough. But I can see why I ended up finishing third, because I'm not pushing away from second. Didn't take that corner very well. Okay, at least I'm 100 yards ahead. Okay. Three more laps, including this one. 200 yards ahead a second. Just got to try and keep there. I think I could have braked a little bit later there in the end. Just very conscious of braking a little bit too late and flying off track and being overtaken. So I'd rather brake. You see, there's an example of losing control at the front end there. I'd rather brake a little bit earlier, knowing that I can recover the brake late and knowing I can't. Okay, there we go. 200 yards ahead of second still. 2 laps to go. This is looking good. About 300 yards ahead of the second now. Okay, 1 more lap after this. It's looking good for first. 300 yards ahead of second. Let's bring this home. Okay, we should win this now. Can't see how I'm going to lose. 400 yards ahead a second. Didn't catch back markers though. Fortunately, didn't need them. There we go, first. All right. So a lock goose says, so it encourages yapping. Yes, I'm afraid so. And then goes, I see. Yes. Yeah. Yaka Yekutar says, I like this Ford GT. It is good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the balance is quite right. It's a bit weird. So braking's really good. You can brake late, but I do find because you try to brake late, it's a lot easier then on the turns to completely lose it. And when you do lose it, because you haven't got traction control, it sort of flips. And then obviously what you do, you try and correct it, and it just flips the other way. So it is a good car. I enjoy racing it, but when you lose it, it has. I mean, it was Aaron that said it. When you lose it big time. White Pro says being first in the ranking really means you yap. Yeah. Well, I think the idea is what it's trying to show is who is the biggest fan, but I don't honestly I don't think it works like that. I don't, well, for me it doesn't anyway. So no one needs to yap. That's for sure. By all means, ask questions. Always happy to answer questions. Or if you've got something to say, happy for you to say it. But I don't agree with the ranking. Maybe there's a way I can turn it off. I don't know. Not really looked. Uh, White Pro says yap yap yap, and Koo now in first place in the ranking. Oh dear. Massey Edge Gamer says hello today. I have reached level 25. Well done. And Game Account, believe you're new, so welcome along. Says I've reached level 34. Or and then puts sorry, I mean 24. That's okay. Obviously relatively new to the game. Welcome along. Keep on playing. Keep on enjoying the racing. Massey Edge Gamer says only cockpit drive. So when I started playing the game, I did just use cockpit, but what I found is as the cars got more elaborate, the cockpit view got harder to use, and it felt very claustrophobic. And in terms of what you can see out the cockpit, it got harder, especially on some of the hypercars. So I stopped using it. Aaron C. John. Oh no, Massey Edge Gamer says the Red Bull Ring is the best track ever. Okay, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I will say it's a fun track. I don't rate it as the best, but it is a fun track. Aaron C. John said, "Is there any way of knowing which circuit is for coming weekly in the time trials?" Do you know that is a good question? They release information about what cars are in the time trials, but they don't release what track is in the time trial. That's a good question. I don't know if there is because they don't release that information. At least they don't release it in the release notes. But yeah, good question there. And Yunus says my favorite car is Bugatti. I guess fastest car in the world. Well, I believe the fastest car in this game is the Bugatti Bolide, I believe. If I've got that wrong, let me know in the chat. Right. Okay, we've caught up on the chats there. It looks like you've all earned a crown of some type, so well done. Oh dear. Let's move on. Let's move on to the time trials. There we go. 94%. As you can see, 75 gold if we get to 100%. Let's start off with the road course at Daytona. Now, even the tracks I don't like here, a time trial isn't so bad because you just need to get round cleanly. And that just means staying on track, not hitting any of the barriers. You do have to be a little bit careful because your car, like this car now, has negative durability. It's not just that the top speed is reduced, but the brakes and the grip have reduced. So it's technically speaking a slightly harder car to drive. So I always try and just give myself a little bit of a margin for that reason. But on time trial in a series, you don't have to worry about getting this high up because there's no gold rewarded. So for me, it's just about completing a clean lap. And what better way to do that than with a car that's got negative durability? You can see there, whereas sort of before the car could do 215, 217 miles per hour, it looks like it can't get above 180. Or if it can, only just above 180 miles per hour. There you go, it's about 30 miles slower with negative durability, but that's fine. That's still a well, it's still the weekly. Well, it's not the weekly. It's still the time trial completed, and therefore closer to 100% completion. Midhun Kumar M8 says hi, hello, and puts I am king. Okay, fair enough. Is that because you've also got a crown because you've been doing some talking? Game account says, but obviously welcome along. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. Game account says, I love that you enjoyed the game. Well, not always. You should have seen me playing the weekly time trial earlier. I wasn't happy. I might have even sworn. Yunus says, yeah, me too. Thank you very much. Anyway, that's a nice compliment. Appreciate that. Game account says, new to the game. I'm stuck on amateur road car. International level 21. The Cup Org Hocken so hard. Practice. Practice. One of the things you probably need to start doing, if you haven't already, let me just start this time trial, and I'll show you what you've probably got to work at. So if I pause this, the game by default typically has your driver assists set to high for steering, high for brakes, traction control on. Now what that means is it makes it easier, but it also means you're the slowest. So if you do have your driver assist set to that, what I would say you need to do to improve your time immediately, if you might struggle turning them all off, is make sure that brake assist is set to low. Master that, get to know where the braking points are. It's never ideal brake assist set to low, but it does give you a starting point, and you will see your times improve. Then once you've done that and mastered that, traction control, turn that off. Now, traction control on a just over a 1 minute lap, you will see potentially a second increase in your time, reduction in your time. So mastering traction control and brake assist set to low are the two biggies. And then it's just a case, once you've mastered each one, bringing them all down slowly. Now, I've only recently gone to steering assist being off, and it is a bit of a struggle. But each of these does help you go faster. So take a look at that. It's not always about upgrading the car. It's about removing the assists and improving your time that way. You don't have to do it in one bang, though. You can just focus on taking. I'd always start with taking brake assist down to low and then do traction control first. Get those two mastered, and then slowly but surely get to learn how to race without without any assists. Hope that helps. But the other thing to do is practice. Practice, practice, practice. Within reason of how much time you can spend on the game on a daily basis. Now you see there, I'm taking my time. I'm not particularly rushing. I'm just making sure I'm clean. But what would you want? Setting the fastest time and just getting up a level that doesn't earn you any gold? Or getting round cleanly and knowing that you're closer to getting 100%? And on this particular series, 100% means 70 gold. There we go. Final part of the lap. That was a bit too close to the wall though. Amazing how cleaner you can be when your car isn't flying around at 250 miles per hour. There we go, that is the second time trial completed. One more to do. So game account says, oh yeah, I removed them. Still, it's so hard to beat them because the car always loses traction control. Yeah, hence just sort of if you are struggling with that, I mean, again, trial and error will get you there. If not, bring some of them back, master one, and then you can start bringing them down. And they go, thanks, you deserve a sub and a like. Well, thank you very much, sir. Welcome along. Not me enters the chat. Welcome along. Says, mate, why don't you play ACC? I don't know what ACC is. I guess that's an acronym for another game. Right. Don't service the car. I mean, my original plan was to play lots of games, but I ended up just getting stuck on this because there's always so much to do. And I haven't got that much free time in the day to do so many other games. So I just sort of carried on with this. It might change in the future, but at the moment, we're going to carry on that. So, 1,711 gold. One more time trial to do. 75 gold can be won if we complete this lap cleanly. So it's not about setting the fastest time, it's just about going round on completing the lap without going off track or damaging the car. In other words, smashing into the barrier. Do those two things and the time trial in the series gets marked as completed. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll get a big fat reward of 75 gold coins. I always feel like a pirate when I say that, gold coins. Alright, so far, so good. As I said, not particularly fast, but it doesn't matter. But up to this point, nice and clean. Let's get this lap finished and complete this series. There we go. Right, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to break things up today. So I'll complete this exclusive series and then I'll do a bit of motorsports racing next, but there we go. There we go. Good to see you talking amongst yourselves as well, making friends. That's all important. Right, I'm not going to service the car because I just want to make sure that I have, definitely got 100% completion. And there we go. That's it. Job done. Service the car. That's the exclusive series for the Ford GT Le Mans 2019 completed. 1,786 gold. See, this is the problem when they don't give any cars available to win other than 2 over 8 weeks. You just start accruing gold. But there we go. Right, so let's have a look at if we've had some percentage changes. Exclusive series still sits at 57%, and I did notice today that road collection has gone up to 81%. Motorsports sits at 63%, which is what that percentage was before the update came down. So already I've done enough racing to make up for the new series that have been added to Motorsports. And we've got plenty of Motorsports racing still to do. Now I keep skipping the GT4. We will come to that if there's time and there's no time blockers tonight, and B, we don't hit the $M cap. Now you'll notice that I've already got $4,950 earned. And the reason for that is if you did see my stream yesterday, I was racing online on Tier 16, the head-to-head, which actually was the speedway course at Indianapolis, and I just couldn't catch the competitor, which was a copy of a human competitor. So I took it offline today and was able to race against a computer opponent who was obviously slower, and therefore I was able to beat them and get first. But initially what we're going to focus on in endurance prototypes, scrolling across to the beginning of a new chapter with the, I almost said Porsche then, with a Peugeot 9X8 hypercar. It sits at 26%. I'm hoping to take it up to 50%, and that will earn me 16 gold. Let's see how we get on. So, Tier 6, Speed Snap. Oh, a little bit of audio messing up there. Let's hope that doesn't last too long. There we go, easy. Easy. Now, in yesterday's stream, I was able to race this car even though it had negative durability. I'll give that a go tonight, but I suspect I'm going to have to service the car once it's got all its durability gone. Right, next, speed record at E-Circuit at Suzuka. I reckon I can just start where I am and hopefully get first. Let's see how we get on. Now this car is expensive to win. And it will cost you 575 gold, never mind M dollars, which I think, I might be wrong, but I'm sure it's 2.5 million, something silly like that. Oh, I've messed that up. I'm not going to get anywhere near, am I? Oh yes I am. There we go. But is it worth it? If this release had 10 cars to win, the answer would be no. But as it's only got, at least for me, 2 cars to win, 2 new cars in the game, the answer is, well, yeah, because what else are you going to spend your gold on? So, yeah, that's how I look at it. Now, if you're new, I probably would be focusing on getting through the existing series and building your gold up before you go and attempt to win some cars in an event. That's what I would be doing if I was new to the game. Right, okay, so Tier 6, the Cup, it's road course at Daytona. It is 3 laps. Possibility the car will, technically speaking, need servicing after this. Now, by the very fact there have not been a great deal of copies of human opponents in the races in this series, it probably suggests a lot of people haven't decided to win the car. And a lot of people will go, oh, you can buy it for $10, I'll not bother. And I to some degree, I understand that train of thought. But my view is, if it opens up a series that only this car is in, let's get it won. Let's get it won is my train of thought. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of lap 1, into 6th place. Bit of work still to be done, bit of effort required to get first, I reckon. Might get another car though. Before the end of the lap, I did hit him, whoops-a-daisy. Might even get 4th, you know. There we go, into 4th. Okay, so that is definitely achievable. 3 cars to overtake, 2 laps to do it in. And you see there, 3rd is a computer opponent. So still no human opponents being copied into the game yet. At least for this series, at this moment in time. Oh, okay, Eric's going to be called on at the end of this race because more bodywork repairs will be required. Apparently he doesn't like bodywork repairs, but that's all he's good for. Every time he attempts to make the car faster, for some reason, A, it goes slower, and B, it does all sorts of quirky things. Actually, that's not true. That's not all he's good for. If you hire him for free, he's good for not requiring the car needing servicing. But unfortunately, you can't do that on Motorsports, only on Road Collection. There we go, that is first. First with 1 lap still to go. $100 yards ahead of second. A little bit wide there, managed to keep it on track just, but that lead has been wiped out now because of that error. There we go. Inches away from hitting the corner there. There we go. 200 yards ahead of second. Final stretch for the final lap. There we go, first. All right. All right, so that is $31,300 earned. The car probably does need servicing. We're not going to service the car though. Let's see what we can do with the car in a state where it needs a service. Let's see if it can still hold its own. Probably not. Well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can do the time trial. So let's get that done. Let's get that done, and then we'll service the car, and we'll spend $29,500 to instantly service it, just because we're streaming, and you guys don't want me to. You don't want to wait 3 minutes while I play videos. So, oopsie daisy. That wasn't good, was it? Forgot about that. Let's try that again. Service the car after this race, so long as I complete the time trial successfully. To do that, I need to stay on track. So remember, there you go. Go round parabolica, nice and easy. Stay on track, don't go off track. You almost went off track there. Alright, there we go. That is the time trial completed. Don't really need to worry about what time I did, how many dollars I earned. All that matters is the time trial now shows as completed, meaning that my percentage completion in the series is 33%. On to tier 8. I will service the car now. There we go. Come back out. Instant servicing, 29,500. I'm not overly worried. I've got almost 3.3 million dollars. Let's do that. Okay, right. Never spend gold instantly servicing a car. Okay, dollars. Do it if you're in a rush and you've got plenty of dollars like me. In fairness, if I wasn't streaming, I was playing this off stream on my own, I'd be playing videos to take the servicing down to 0. But obviously that's not practical on a stream. Right, speed record. Oh, right, okay. Sorry, Speed Hunters, I didn't see you in the chat between Aaron C. John and not me, says Neil Rain here. Well, hello, welcome along, good to see you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat, and I apologise for not seeing you in the mix of all the other people yapping. Whoa, what's going on here? Maybe I could have... Maybe I could have done that without servicing the car. A bit late now, though. All right, there we go. That is another first. So I probably could have, oops, baby, could have avoided servicing the car, at least for this one. But who was to know? There we go. That is first. Looks like it's a little bit quicker, I'd say, than the Ford GT Le Mans. Not by a massive amount, though. Right, there we go. $8,100 earned. On to the next race, which I think it was an elimination. No, it's a head-to-head. Head-to-head at the Grand Prix circuit at the Nürburgring. As all head-to-heads should be, it's one lap. Let's go. Again, I'm racing against a computer opponent, not a copy of a human opponent. So that's interesting. Oh dear. Completely messed that up. I don't think I'm not too worried. I reckon I can catch this guy up quite easily. There we go. Get him on this corner. Okay, there we go. That is first. I'm going to go flying over this bit. There you go. Just cut that whole corner out because you can. There we go. Another first. And Speed Hunter says, watching you after so long. Okay, thank you very much. So Not Me says, what do you even apologise for? Because I didn't see his chat because you were doing lots of talking. There we go. All right, so what have we got next? I believe it's a cup. And it's the Grand Prix circuit at Dubai, 4 laps. So the car will probably need servicing again after this. That's just how it works. Do 3 races, service the car. Do 3 races, service the car. But I'm determined to get this series up to 50% and earn some more gold. Already interfered. How about third? There we go. Second. Again, still only racing against computer opponents at this moment in time. I'm convinced not many people have decided to win the Peugeot. Oops. there we go. That is one lap down in first place. 3 laps to go. It's going to be a long one. But I am just going to carry on with this series until we get to 50%. And then what we'll do is we'll have a look at see how if we've got any M dollars left, and have a go with one of the other Motorsports series that is still available for us. I messed that up. Right on the edge there. Okay, so that's 2 laps down. Whoops, off the track. 400 yards ahead a second. 2 more laps to go. With it being 4 laps, being in first place, I reckon there'll be a good amount of M dollars earned. It's a bit of a weird one. You're quite happy to earn M dollars, but when you realise there's a cap, you kind of want those earnings to be as little as possible. It is funny seeing all you guys yap just so you can get the #1 crown icon. That's so funny. Any competition and that's it. You're all in there trying to win. Okay, there we go. That is coming to the end of lap 3. I was convinced I would catch back markers, but haven't up to this point. 600 yards ahead of second though. A bit wayward there. Still no back markers ahead of me. That's disappointing. Oh, there we go. That marker ahead. So it does look like we will lap at least 1 car before the end of this cut place. There we go, that's 1 down. Not going to catch and lap another one though, I reckon. There we go. First. Melvin Lee puts the Peugeot 9X8 hypercar V6 cylinder. White Pro says the ranking is by the biggest fans, but is more like the biggest yapper than fans. Yeah. Right as I say that, I become the biggest yapper. Yeah. Uh, I don't know who came up with that idea. It's silly. It is just silly. Right, I'm not gonna service the car. Let's have a look what's in the next, tier. Okay, but that is tier 8 completed, tier 9 open, and lo and behold, at 39%, and we have an endurance race. So, let's give this a go. 6.3 miles to get first. I think that is achievable. Okay, there we go. One mile completed already. Into 7. Oops. A little bit late on the braking there. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, definitely. Okay, into 6. Gotta get another lap in, just to have a chance of getting first. There we go. And that is 5th. Just over 2 miles still to do to get to first. 60 odd seconds on the clock, so I do think this is achievable. Into 4. 5 miles on the scoreboard. 1 more mile and a bit to go. We've still got 50 odd seconds on the clock, so I think we're good. Even with driving like that. Okay, that is third. Second. And first. There we go. 50 seconds still left. And gonna just carry on. I know it might be detrimental to how much M dollars I can earn, because this will probably earn me a fair chunk of M dollars, but let's just carry on. Almost at 8 miles and still have 25 seconds left. There we go. I think we'll get a complete lap in. Not next time, this time. There we go. Up to 30 seconds, 8.7 miles on the scoreboard. We'll get to 9 miles. I can't see me getting to 10. .5 miles. Maybe I will get to 10. Yeah, I will. There we go. 10 miles registered on the scoreboard. There we go. Not bad. Aaron C. John says, bye, Tony. Goodbye. Enjoy the rest of the evening, or night, or morning. Get a good night's sleep. Not me asks, mate, do you know how the car attributes work in the game? In terms of technicality, no, but I will say that one of the best bits of this game is the fact that every car races differently. So in terms of acceleration, speed, brakes, and grip, they all do feel different. So for example, this car is well balanced, so it's pretty grippy. And I do enjoy racing it. Whereas, let's take something like the McLaren Speedtail, not so much. It might be fast, but it's got no grip. White Pro says, I'm doing 6 laps around Le Mans. Oof, that's a long race. But yeah, why not? Go you. And Not Me says, I am also doing Le Mans Endless Endurance right now on my mobile. Oh, good grief. They say they are at 250 kilometers. My word. I mean, that's quite a bit of racing. Right, so Speed Snap, Melbourne. Let's see what we can do. Should be easy enough to get first, I reckon, still. Unfortunately, at this point, I do think you do need to service the car to win a particular race. Oh, there you go. Easy. Okay. So we've still got $100,000 to earn, so that's not too bad. We've only been racing for an hour and a half. So we're not doing too bad. We're doing okay. Real possibility of getting over 1,800 gold for today. On to the Cup Grand Prix circuit at Circuit of the Americas. It is only 3 laps, you know. Oof. I suppose that will result in the car needing servicing, but I think it will be close. This is now my second favourite track in the game. Behind Sebring. Oh look, the acceleration fell. Acceleration problems are back. Unfortunately, this track has plenty of opportunities in terms of overtaking. As you can see here, already up to 5th. Oops. Try not to hit the car in front. there we go, into third. Looking good for a first before the end of lap one. There we go. Oops. Okay, 2 more laps to go in first. A little bit rugged there, a little bit messy. There we go, round the corner into the long straight. So that lap was a 1:31. 1 more lap to go. 700 yards ahead of second. A little bit late on the braking there. There we go, that is first. A little bit quicker than the previous lap, but I did go off track a couple of times. So maybe it shouldn't count in terms of time. $32,400 earned. Look at that, $178,000 earned already today. The car's only on the edge of needing servicing, so I might see if I can use it again. I might see if I can use it in the cup in the next tier. Definitely. Right, so 44%. We're going to use the car around the West Circuit at Lime Rock Park. Might end up being a mistake. We'll give it a go. Oh, look! We've got a few copies of human opponents in the game. That'll make it a little bit harder to get first. Where did they come from? get back on track. There you go. Okay, this is going to be a tough challenge, with the car technically needing servicing. Into 9, 7 laps to go, 8 cars to overtake. I think that's a big ask, just based on the durability of the car, which is negative. As always, the car is quicker in corners. I'm obviously barging my way through to make up for the lack of durability I've got on the car. 6 laps to go, 5 cars to overtake. There we go, that's the car for this lap. I can see for 3rd and 2nd, but I can also see 1st has shot off into the distance. Whoops. Found an alternative way around that part of the track. And we're into 4th. AMG Performance 65 says hello there. Well, hello AMG Performance 65. Welcome along. Okay, we keep pushing. Let's see if we can get another car here. There we go. Into 3rd. 4 laps still to go. Outside chance, I'd say, of getting 1st. And I do mean outside. No, then again, back markers may come into play, and that will help me out quite a bit. I reckon I've got 2nd here. There we go. Oh, look, back markers. There we go. And as if by magic, back markers appear, and for some reason the leader cannot overtake back markers. There we go, into 1st. 3 laps to go. Can we stay 1st is the question. I'm going to say, yeah, I think I can. Almost hit the barrier there. That was a bit too close. Doing okay. Just keep on pushing. Okay, there we go. That is 1st. 2 laps to go, including this one. Easily ahead. 300 yards ahead. Oh, speed. Getting a bit messy on that little corner though. Okay, here we go. Penultimate lap completed. On to the final lap. In 3rd. 500 yards ahead of 2nd. Because they can't overtake the back markers. And I just love going on the grass. So it all balances out. Oh, hello. was a good race. I enjoyed that. AMG Performance 65 says it would be better if they gave us the 2022 9X8 Peugeot. Okay. What year is this one? Because it doesn't say, does it? Also, why would it be better? Okay. As I said, technically I probably will need to service the car, but let's just have a look at where we sit. 35,000 dollars before we hit the cap. So there's a real possibility of only doing this series to get to 50%, and then that's the dollars earned for today. But that's fair enough. If that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. Let's service the car. Start off with the autocross. I'll do the same as I've done before. I'll use instant service, dollars only, never gold. Autocross at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Apparently I've got to do it in 26 seconds. That seems a big ask. Seems a very big ask. How on earth? Second. Right, we're having another go at that. We're having another go at that. I don't like the fact I only came second there. Pretty close though, so let's see if we can improve. Oh no, no! What are you doing, game? Me acceleration failed again. Ugh. Can't have acceleration failing when I need to get first. And I can only get second when I'm going full throttle. Right, let's try again. Okay. I'm going to brake a little bit early into this corner. Oh no, I messed that up. Messed it up. Right, try again. Try again. We're going to get first. I'm insisting on first. Come on. Although, I guess what it does mean is I'm using up my dollars. Oh well. We can get this done. Okay, that's neater. Okay, there we go. 27. Maybe I won't get first then. Fine. We'll move on. We'll come back to it at some point. Ugh. Frustrating. So AMG Performance 65, don't tell me you didn't watch Le Mans during 2022. Probably didn't, to be fair. No. No. Sorry. Le Mans isn't my thing. For some reason, a lot of people that watch this channel, it's a big deal, Le Mans. I don't quite understand why. But I did enjoy the film Ford versus Ferrari, but yeah. Oh, right, okay. So we've got Sebring elimination. I like the Sebring track. Is it the full Grand Prix circuit though, I guess is the question. There we go. Into first, maybe not. Ha! I got sucked off the track there. I find myself into first though. Just got to stay there now. And look at that, all of a sudden we've got copies of human opponents in the game. A little bit off track there. Maybe it's just taken a while for it to populate the Real Racing 3 servers. Oh, right on my tail. Oh, I messed that up. Still in first, only just. Okay. First 3 cars left in the race. I'm only 100 yards ahead, so I need to keep my focus. Where are you? Okay, so 2 cars left in the race. 100 odd yards ahead of second. There we go, first. That was close. Okay, very good. Lots of people doing lots of racing. Look at that though, close to the $M limit. And I bet you any money I haven't hit 50%. I bet you I haven't. Yeah. 49%. I'm going to do the speed record. Should I do the speed record? That could be a disaster. Yep, I'm going to do the speed record. An outside chance of getting this. And I'll show you what I mean. Because I'm going to start from way back behind the start line. But you saw there, I need to hit 213, and the maximum this car can do is 216. So that is a big ask. Really don't want to service the car, and let's be honest, whatever I do in this, I think it will be the last race for Motorsports today. So it's all a bust. Well, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Right, let's quit that. Let's service the car, because that's not going to work, is it? It's a shame. service the car. Let's try that again. Speed record. Unfortunately, having to use another instant servicing, 29,500. But look at my M dollars. I am up a little bit. 3,360,000 plus whatever I earn doing this. And I'm going to do it again. Start from behind the finish line, because I need to absolutely make sure I get to that 50%. And I believe it was 16 gold. There we go. Let's turn around here. Let's get our foot down, or rather one of our fingers. There we go, that's better. Touch and go whether I would have got there before the finish line though, so I'm glad I did what I did. So there you go, that is Motorsports all used up. Right, there we go. That is Motorsports completed with for today, and that is 50%. White Pro says, I've got done with my 6 laps in Le Mans. Well done. And Not Me says, I reached 350 kilometers. I don't know what that is, miles. What is it? I don't know. 150 miles. Well done. There we go. That is speed record done. I'm not going to service the car. I will just leave it where it is. And that should mean 50% in this series. 16 gold. There we go. 16,000 M dollars, 16 gold, and yeah, over 1,800 gold in total. There we go. So yet again, just doing the beginning of a new chapter series means I can't just do a little bit of racing in the Ultimate Competitor, because I don't like doing racing when I can't earn any M dollars. It's pointless. We'll come back to it another day. European Track Masters, can't take the legacy of performance a little bit further. Won't be able to take that to 100%. And still, I've not started the GT for racing in Performance GT Racing. So hopefully we'll get a chance to have a look at all of those series on Monday. Right, so there we go. That is, we're getting closer. Blimey, this. Oh, it's to do with my cars being serviced. We're getting closer to completing all the racing we can do today. One final series left in the exclusive side. The McLaren P1. Ozoles Rodriguez enters the chat and says hello. Hello, welcome along. Thanks for saying hello. Thanks for watching. Right, okay, so 75%. What have we got in tier 17? Speed record. Let's give this a go. Right, we've been racing for over 2 hours, so it won't be a 3-hour stream. I reckon it'd be a 2-hour, 15-minute stream. This being the last car. That up. Oh well. Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Only got fourth, got fifth. Right, we're gonna have to do that again. Oh yeah, I need to do what I normally do. So what I'm gonna do is start from way back behind the start line. There, so we'll get around that corner nice and slow. And then we can speed past the finish line and hopefully have a few miles left to go. There you go, you see, that was after the finish line, but because for me that was the start line, I've got first. Oops. As much as I love the McLaren P1, it's a tricky customer to drive. But nevertheless, that is first. Okay, so tier 18, we've got, I'm going to focus initially on the short races, although you can see there I've got some cups to do. So what we'll do is what shall we do? I think what we'll do today, because we're not going to get to 100%, is we'll complete tier 18. So we'll do the autocross, the speed snap, and then we'll finish off with the motorcycle course. And then this series will be back on Monday with the intention, hopefully, of getting to 100% and 40 gold. Let's go. So this is setting up, earning some additional gold, not today, but on Monday. I'm not doing stuff like that. It was terrible. Oh dear, I've lost it. My word, look at that, 7. The steering just went on that car then. That was weird. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. That was proper weird. Proving hard to get anywhere near. 5th, 20 seconds. Good grief. I'll have to have a think about this. Okay. I mean, it is on one of the tracks I absolutely despise. I don't think I even got first again. I got fourth. How on earth did I end up getting fourth when... Look at that, that's crazy. Right, again. Again. My word. Oh, I've already messed this up, I can tell. Oh, I really don't like this track. Might have got first there, though. There we go. 20.016. Proof that if you don't do it the first time, you try again, you improve. And there we did. Right. White Pro says, I do love the P1 in regards to how it looks. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Just doesn't quite drive how you think it's going to. And also puts, I hate using normal cars in Formula E tracks. Yeah, I don't know why Formula E is even in the game. Just get rid of it. It's rubbish. I'm surprised they've not added a Tesla to the game. That'll probably get some people's backs up. But yeah, if you want an electric car, put a Tesla in the game. Right, so next, Speed Snap at the short Hockenheimring circuit. That felt like it was going to be close, but I think I got it by a couple of miles per hour. There we go. First, 168.11 versus 165.79. All right, there we go. Let's do the Cup. It's 7 laps. It's the motorcycle circuit. Of course it is, because that makes perfect sense. At Daytona. Let's see how we get on. I'm suspecting not very well. Oh, good grief. Oh, good grief. This car. And again. It may look elegant, but this car definitely isn't. I think I've literally hit every car I've passed. There we go, that is amazingly in 6th, possibly going to get to 5th. There we go, that's 5th. Might even get to 4th. There we go. What a bit of a surprise that is, because that was a terrible lap. There we go, 200 miles per hour. Six laps to go, 3 cars to overtake. Oh, good grief. No, 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 no. Oh. Immediately I detest this track with this car. It is going to be all about braking with this car and braking early. seem to have done all the worst tracks for this car this evening. Formula E, Daytona, and yet I managed to find myself almost in third place. See where we need to brake. I'm going to suggest early. Yep, very early. There we go, into third. This is painful for me. I don't know what this is like for you guys. Blimey, amazingly I find myself on the tail of second, with first still in sight. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. There we go. Amazingly, I'm in second. No idea how I'm doing this. Bit of the worst driving I've done for a while. There we go, that's the key, braking early. Who'd have thought it? Always makes me laugh when people talk about hypercars and how fast they are, and it's all to do with braking early. I'm not quite in touching distance of first, but I'm definitely catching him. Go, out his way, into first. 3 laps to go after this. This is where we end it. More to come on Monday, more gold. On Tuesday it will be the new set of time trial and multiplayer tournament, and there we go, we lost first. And then on Wednesday and Thursday it will be the limited series that gets released on Sunday. Now what I would advise is, if you don't own that car, please hold off, because there will be a discount on that car in week 6. So if you don't own the car on the limited series that's planned to be released this Sunday, hold back from doing it, because there is a discount on that car in week 8 of this release, and so you'll be able, I believe it's 50% as well, so you'll be able to oops daisy, significantly reduce the cost of winning that car. Unfortunately for me, already own the car, nothing to be gained, so I'll be doing that limited series on Wednesday and Thursday. Always break a limited series up over 2 days. Okay, so this is the penultimate lap. I'm only just ahead, just about 100 yards. I keep making errors. Somehow I still manage to stay in the lead. I have literally hit every car on the track. I've knocked about 5 cars off the track. Feels like dodgems rather than real racing. Okay, there we go. one more time around the track after this section. Boy, am I making hard work of this particular race. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, slow, 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 slow. Just about round the corner. Only 100 yards still ahead of second. I really do need to be careful and not make any too big a mistake anyway, even if I make little ones. Which will happen. Obviously, it's me. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Last part of the final lap. We are in first with 250 yards ahead of second. The car will need servicing after this cup race, but it will be back hopefully on Monday to take this series to 100%. Woo! There we go. Eric says, have me for free. Okie dokie, Eric. Thank you very much for that. Where were you before I started the race? But hey, better late than never, I guess. And there we go. White Pro says, I've just got to 100% on the Bentley GT3 exclusive series and got 20 gold. Well done. Well done indeed. There we go, 83%. We've got a bit of racing still to do. Might do a little bit off screen, but this series will be back hopefully to take to 100% on Monday. Right, that's all the racing I've got. So we've got one exclusive series on Monday and some more motorsport series. Oh, where is it? Hopefully 4 series. 2 series can earn me gold, 2 series won't be, but it's always best to take the series as far as you can. We'll have another go, maybe, at the weekly time trial, and we may or may not take a look at multiplayer tournament, but that'll be on Monday. Right, there we go. That's the end of racing for today. Overall, not too bad. Taking my gold total up to 1,800. Bit disappointed there were no sales of discounted upgrades on cars. But what did return, at least for myself in the region that I'm in, which is in the UK, was double earnings on playing ads, both in terms of our dollars and in terms of gold. So check that out. What I did find I had to do is restart the game. In fact, I only accidentally came across it because I had restarted the game. So bear that in mind. Obviously, not all regions have such an offer or get such opportunity to earn gold, but keep an eye out for that one. Okay, there we go. That is the end of the stream for today. Game off screen, turn the audio off. Hopefully you've enjoyed the racing this evening. If you wouldn't mind giving the video a thumbs up or a like. If you'd like to see more of this type of content, then if you watch on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian. And if you watch on Rumble, then please follow the channel The Fifth Guardian. With that being said, whatever is left of your day, I hope it's a good one. I hope you have a very good weekend, and I hope to see you all on Monday. But until then, thank you and goodbye.